Hello everyone, welcome to Rising Star. My name is Ruth. Happy Jupiter Day. And we have Venus showing up. Number 4. So we do have the North Node in Libra right now, which is ruled by Venus. And March 25th, so just a few weeks, well, like 4 weeks, we have a full moon lunar eclipse in Libra. All right, Venus. I feel like we've had Venus recently too, but we haven't come back to Neptune yet, so I know we haven't gone through this deck. That's what we started with. With the arrival of Venus, the senses open as if for the first time. I was talking about senses yesterday. It is the planet of pleasure, of touch, of sensual delights. Venus is often depicted as romance or eroticism between people, but it can also be experienced as an all-out love affair with Mother Nature herself. Aphrodite emerging from the ocean is a classic example of the Venus imagery, as is Cupid with his bow. No matter how old or jaded you are, when this card appears, it's a sign that attraction is at an all-time high. The laboratory is alight with love. You may be in love with the work, with the materials, with another person, or with the world itself. Seeing beauty in small amounts is a sign Venus is in balance, an obligatory reminder that pleasure and pain are usually found intertwined. I don't know why that gave me goosebumps. So, I feel like part of the message here is... Are you finding the beauty in life? Are you choosing to see the beauty in life? Because if you want to, 10 of Cups, you will. Who's 10 of Cups? Oh, 10 of Cups is Mars and Pisces. I was thinking it was Venus. Also, Venus is in Aquarius still. And we recently had a Venus-Mars conjunction in Aquarius. Anyhow, what I was saying about seeing the beauty in life, you have a choice every day to look at the positive or look at the negative. And also, what are you surrounding yourself with? I think I'm going to freestyle the cards today. What are you surrounding yourself with? Here's an example. So a friend of mine, maybe 6 months or a year ago, asked me, how do you maintain such a positive attitude all the time? Like, no matter what happens to you, you're always positive about it. And I was like, well, for one, I don't surround myself with negativity. I do read the news, and I might actually delete this news app from my phone. But also, it's good to be aware. But like when I get on Instagram, it's all astrology, tarot, spirituality, dogs and cats and stuff like that, you know, because I've followed so many things that bring me happiness that I'm not seeing all of the other trash. Or like, well, Facebook's a little different because, I mean, I could go and clean house and delete all the negative people, but usually I just unfollow them but stay friends with them. Another thing is YouTube, you know. Like, my YouTube feed is full of spirituality or gardening. It's pretty much what I come into contact with every day is what I choose to come into contact with. And yes, there are going to be times when you see the negativity that's in the world and you see how hateful and horrible people can be. But you can also choose to find the beauty in the smallest things. Especially right now that things are starting to bud, you know, because the other day I was thinking about, like, a seed is so small, yet it has so much information and life in it that a little teeny tiny seed can grow into something huge and beautiful. So that's Venusian energy. Also, tomorrow, Friday, is Venus's day, and I like to use Fridays as an excuse to do something for myself, like go shopping or do a face mask or take a hot bath or whatever, but something to honor Venus the fetus, I don't know. All right, 10 of Wands. That could be dropping negative habits, negative thinking, because that negativity will build up and it will like sour you. Getting sour, that's not something I would normally say, but that negativity can sour you. and it can burden you. And the Knight of Swords. There's something else I was going to say about that. You know, when you think negative all the time, that's where diseases come from. Like our human body is within our spiritual body. Our spiritual body is actually much larger than our human body. And the way that we treat our human body affects our spiritual body as well. And so what we consume, like food and water, you know, drinks, that affects our body, but also what we consume mentally, what we're choosing to watch on TV or read. And I'm not saying that I don't watch a good thriller every once in a while or whatever, but it's all things in moderation. Things can get out of control or start to weigh you down. This Ten of Swords feels like being weighed down. But negative thinking can lead to disease as well. You know, it's been shown a lot that people battling diseases, it's all about the way that they view it, the way that they approach it, how positive they stay. The people who stay positive are much more likely to win a battle, you know, like a battle against cancer or something like that. I've seen it happen. All right, Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands, the Magician, the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. Be careful what you're thinking about because you're manifesting with your thoughts. You're manifesting with your words. I create as I speak. What I speak, I create. What you think, you create. You're creating your own reality. Ten of Wands, Knight of Swords, Nine of Wands. So I feel like it's kind of like you're running down this path, and as you are shedding as you go. Ten of Pentacles. You're shedding all that does not belong. Or that's the opportunity here, is to shed thoughts. Knight of Swords is Gemini energy. That's thoughts. That's things that you say. That can be holding you back here with the Nine of Wands from what you truly desire. Ten of Pentacles. The Sun. You'll find when you do that, that you see the world in a different that you see the world in a different light, that you're much happier. Even though not everything's perfect around you, you can find the good, and you're much more likely to make a change in the world because your mentality and the vibration that you put out affects the vibration of the collective. So if you're putting out a low negative vibration, you're pulling down the collective. But if you put out a positive vibration, you're changing the lives of others. You're raising the vibration of the collective, and you're affecting people every day just with your energy. Five of Cups. Who do you want to be? Do you want to be the person wallowing in loss? Or do you want to be the person that's excited to get up and be alive for another day? Knight of Wands. I love how happy this Knight of Wands card is. There is a freeing here. These are both Sagittarius energy. This is Jupiter day. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, as is Pisces. But I think Nine of Wands is Sun in Sag, Moon in Sag. Moon in Sagittarius. Trying to think where the moon is right now. The moon is probably in Libra or Scorpio right now, so it will soon be in Sag. Yeah, probably this weekend the moon will be in Sag. All right, Ten of Pentacles. So freeing yourself of thoughts, negative ways, negative habits, the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you speak to others, the way that you create with your words. You know, if you say this is never going to happen for me, well, then it's not, because you just said that. So be careful with, you know, it's something to be aware of every day and correct yourself. Ten of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. That's interesting. There might be a fear of loss of money For some of you, this could have something to do with security, finances. It feels more like security, actually. If you have an issue with this, if this is something that's hard for you, it could be caused by an insecurity. I might pull a shamanic healing card, actually. Give me just a sec. Let's get 4 more, Spirit. I have a lot of Sagittarius energy here. And Sagittarius is finding balance. And it's also very, like, jovial energy. It's higher knowledge, higher thinking, philosophy, seeing something differently, seeing something outside of the box here. Like, this is seeing inside of a box, but this is really more outside of the box, you know, just allowing the flow, accepting things as they are, being happy where you're at. Because if you're not happy where you're at, Spirit's not going to give you anything better. All right. We'll take that. The Emperor, the 6 of Wands, 3 of Cups, the Emperor, the 6 of Wands. This is the effect that you have on the collective with your energy. You can have either that effect or you can have this effect. What do you want to be responsible for, really? For the effect that you have. Everybody has a choice to make every day on how they affect the collective. The Devil. Yeah. There does seem to be a little bit of like a toxic behavior, a toxic way of thinking, way of speaking. 3 of Wands, the Empress, the Chariot, Judgment. Where was I going with that? Okay, so this, if you have difficulty with that, if you're a negative person, or if you find yourself saying hateful things or negative things or pessimistic things, it could stem from your childhood. So maybe you grew up around parents, or with the Emperor here, it could be any like authoritative figure that had an influence on you. But maybe this person or these people were very negative. And so, because this 4 of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles really feels like your roots. So this is like changing a mindset or a value system here. But I feel like this person could have been a Capricorn or a Virgo, maybe a Taurus, but Capricorn and Virgo are here, an earth sign. Or your 4th house could be one of those. Omens. Wasn't expecting that one. Oh, that's interesting, though. Omens, number 4. Yeah, so this could be like a pattern of behavior that you were raised with, so it felt natural or normal. And so now you're needing to break free from that feminine energy. Could have been a mother. Feminine energy, this is Venus too. That's the Venus goddess symbol right there. And you see that spiral in the middle? We had rotatio yesterday. That reminds me of rotatio. Healing energy. So, you might need to heal some aspect of your feminine energy here. Anger. Yeah, maybe you get hot-headed or angry with people, which is not very feminine. It's low vibrational masculine energy is what that is. I want to understand omens, though. Why do we have omens? High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. More feminine energy. So, for one, there may be an aspect of your feminine energy that needs to be healed here. Or that's been, like, held down by a masculine. Okay, I was going to say something else about that. Okay, also, that's it. You have the ability to heal others. with the energy that you exude. So healing this aspect of yourself. We have 31, 17, 20. Sorry, I know I'm all over the place right now. 4, 8, 2, 14, 5. Fives are changes, big changes. Healing this aspect of yourself may even open up a healing gift for you, all right? This feels very root sacral chakra, but you might, it's like you don't realize how much of an impact you can have on others negatively or positively. Like as much of a negative impact as you can have that much of a positive impact here. Show me 31, please. Spirit omens. Princess of Swords. Okay, that's what I was thinking, but I was like, yeah, maybe, no. Princess of Swords. So there's information here. You could be seeing synchronicities. So what synchronicities? That's why the numbers are coming out. You might be seeing 555, 444, 888, or 222. But I feel like 555 the strongest. We do have the 5 of Cups here. Princess of Swords, King of Swords, the Hermit. All right, so for one, you need to be paying attention to synchronicities. I think Spirit's trying to show you something here through synchronicities or omens. The Hierophant, number 5. This is higher thinking, Sagittarius. Well, this is Taurus energy, but it's like the Sagittarius energy. For one, sorry, I have a lot here. You're changing the way that you see something. You're changing the way that you were taught to approach something. This is like a value system that's changing, a way of thinking, a paradigm shift, a mental shift here, a mental shift with this Hermit energy, which is Virgo, like receiving spiritual information, digging deep down within for spiritual information. Oh man, I knew I was going to lose it. There's more. What is it, Spirit? This is like a higher level of thinking that you need to get to here, that you're trying to get to. You need to be aware. This is like a very mercurial energy. Yeah. Princess of Swords, King of Swords, and the Hermit. The Hermit is Mercury. Give me more on that. This could even have something to do with the religion you were raised in. Like some religions, specifically some Christian religions, can be very Knight of Cups. They can be very negative. It's the idea, the religious construct was put in place to put fear into people to control the masses. That is the point of religion. It's not spirituality. I don't have anything wrong with the Christianity at all or following the ways of Christ, but religion itself it's meant to control people. It's meant to control the minds of people, to brainwash people, to indoctrinize people into thinking, do this or die. Do this or die. Do exactly what I say or you're going to burn in hell forever. You know, that's ridiculous. That's not God's love at all. Like, if you read the Bible, it contradicts that type of thinking at all. God is love. That's what the Bible tells us. Whether you believe in God or not, what I'm getting at is this root thing here could be caused by religious thinking, religious indoctrination that needs to be cleared out here. You may not realize that's why you say the things you do or you act the way you do or whatever this thing is. But that could be the root of it for a lot of you. Because that is very negative thinking to think, constantly that you're going to burn in hell if you don't confess and do absolutely the right thing at all times. All right, the Fool. 5 of Wands. 10 of Cups. All right, so for some of you, I'm getting judgment with this Five of Wands. This could be judging other people, judging people who are different from you, refusing to allow people to be as they are. It's like this contradictory type of energy here. You might say, and not even realize it, but you might say hurtful things to other people out of a unhealed divine masculine place. So I know this is all over the place, but there's like so much coming through here. But it's like, for example, maybe you were raised really religiously and you have a hard time accepting people choosing, or not choosing, but people having different, identifying different sexually or something like that. I don't know how to say this the right way. So maybe you have an issue with that. Or maybe you act like you don't, or you tell yourself that you don't have an issue with it, but then you are rude to people like that, or you make nasty comments to people who are gender fluid or whatever it is, part of the LGBT community. That's just an example I'm thinking of because Christianity specifically has really embedded that into the minds of many, even though the church has basically moved away from that now. That thinking still exists in a lot of people, kind of like racism. We've had a whole civil rights movement. We've moved away from that. We've integrated for the most part, but racism still exists because it's been embedded in the minds of people who refuse to change the way that they think, who refuse to wake up and open their minds. I know that was all over the place. Sorry, guys, but there's something here about that, like a toxic root system here, something that needs to be healed that probably you've held on to all your life as a belief. It's like a belief system is changing. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's time to change something here. This is holding you back. All right. You can't love some, but not all. You can't choose. Like, it's not your place to judge. Where am I going with this? What you can do is spread love. Well, you can do whatever you want. What you should do is spread love because that's what you're here to do. That's what we're all here to do, is to raise the vibration of the collective. And I think you'll find once you get there and break free from whatever this way of thinking is and learn to act with your heart and speak with your heart, with this Knight of Cups here, it opens you up to a new path of like really complete fulfillment. Because when you don't like someone else, or if you have a problem with someone else, or some sort of hatred for someone else, some sort of anger about how someone else is, that sits inside of you. That's not really affecting them so much. It sits inside of you and it festers and it becomes a disease for you. It might be a disease for your spiritual self, but most likely that's also going to disease your human body. All right, I hope that made sense to you guys, because that was quite interesting. Just love people for who they are and distance yourself from them when you have to. There's something else that keeps coming up here, and I almost have it. It's like Christ consciousness, a Christ consciousness way of thinking. Like Venus would see the beauty in all people, right? Venus would find the best in someone, find the beauty in them. Dark, murky inner work. There you go. Dark, murky inner work. I am on the right path. All right, you got to get through this dark, murky inner work in order to get to this Ten of Cups. All right, the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Pentacles, that's where we want to be. You are on the right path, but you're going to have to accept truths as they come up and face them and be willing to change. Tiny shifts every day. I am made of stars. You are a spiritual body. I am financially abundant and supported on the bottom of the deck. So one thing that might help is maybe somebody that you specifically wouldn't normally befriend or get along with. Maybe those are the types of people that you need to be connecting to so that you can learn more about other perspectives and other types of people. And that will help open up your mind and your heart here, because this is about opening up your heart chakra and following your heart, but your heart chakra is not going to open up if you hold resentment or judgment or hatred or anger towards anybody. All right, let me know in the comments if it resonates, and have a great day. Thanks, guys.